I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Rei Peiron joins me. Hi. Thanks so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, my name is Rei Peiron, and I'm a time-traveling historian who spends too much time on his hobbies. And here I am with Eric for an interview.
I appreciate you coming on. I do. I appreciate you taking time out of your time-traveling skills to come on and have a seat with me here and do the show. I hope you were able to fix all those things I asked you to fix in my timeline. However, I'm still not rich.
There's so much I could fix. You know the rules. You kick a rock, and then suddenly everything goes haywire.
Yeah, but you couldn't find all that money I lost back, way back when. I'm sure I was a millionaire some time ago.
I mean, all I could say is it'll turn up.
Yeah, it'll turn up. My wife will turn it up somewhere. Is what'll happen. So, when did you get started with the VTubing?
So I got started in VTubing way back in it's been so long. I think early 2021 is when I pretty much got it going, like the concept and all, and when I got started with doing like the streams and getting online in Twitter. That was around if I'm not wrong, August 2021. So yeah, I've been around for quite a while already.
Wow. Yeah. So what has it been? What you wanted it? Have you gone growth? Has your growth been the way you wanted? Has it been fun for you all the way?
It has been fun for me all the way through. Well, I entered here as mostly as a fan of VTubing because from about 2018, I've been watching VTubers for a very, very long time. And I've grown in love with them. I just love the way how people do things. And, just the fact that you could do stuff without really showing yourself in an anime kind of way. So, yeah. Eventually, I got to know and just start learning how to do things. And here we are, many years later.
Yeah. So who were the people you were watching before?
Back then, I was watching a lot of Japanese VTubers. People as old as the very first one that many people know, Kizuna Ai.
Right.
Or the more obscure video stuff. I don't know if people would remember Virtual Bachan, Bacharu, the horse guy, or the Alien family. And eventually, I think I slowly moved in towards Hololive with Matsuri. Then there's Neji Sanji with Tsukinomito.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. And so you fell into it pretty deep. Early on.
I've been pretty deep in the rabbit hole.
Well, it's what happens, and I think that's what a lot of people are still going to do with VTubing when they discover it, because I do believe there's still millions of people out there that would enjoy it that don't even know it's there.
There are.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I like about VTubing nowadays is, you could just pretty much do whatever you want and be however you feel like doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we're going to end up at the point with some people who are going to be professionals and making money at it, and some people are going to be once a month. And they're still going to be able to be in the field. They could collaborate if they wanted to. That's a big deal with this medium, I think.
Yeah, I think the one advantage we have or we see in VTubing is that you get everyone from all walks of life because, not everyone is for me, for example, I don't really want my real job to really interfere with what I like to do as a passion or as a hobby. So,
right.
And this way, this medium, I could quite literally be myself, and no one I know in my work could tell.
Yeah. You get to be more...
Unless they found me.
Yeah, some people say that they get to be more themselves here than they can with other people in real life.
That is very true. I mean, I think it's got to do with just being online as a person and being offline. It's the vibes and like um the way you interact are very different. And
Mm.
in fact, some of the many good friends I've met online, I've met them IRL. In fact, one of my oldest friends, he was in Florida, and we pretty much went to high school together. I didn't know him until like I played League of Legends with him one day. Like I just so happened to like add him as a friend that we found out we went to the same high school together. In fact, we were in the same club.
Now that the odds of that are pretty immense.
It is.
But once something like that, it kind of shows you too, though, that while your world expands by doing this, it also becomes very small at the same time because you could have just as easily talked to him as you could to somebody in Singapore.
That is very true.
Yeah,
What's fascinating, I feel like, about when it comes to talk stuff like how big or small the world is, it's weird because I've lived in Florida for like the past 8 years. I mean, last year I came back to like Singapore and Indonesia for my work, and then since I'm done with school and all,
yeah,
so um, it's weird because no matter where you are, even though the world is so big, it's just small, but yet somehow big at the same time. It's weird because you've got people who you talk to regularly, but as soon as you move places, it's the tone just shifts.
yeah, it really does. I find myself now since I've been doing these interviews the last 3 years that I have to keep track of what's going on around the world because I know people there now.
Yeah.
If an earthquake happens somewhere, I'm like, oh, this YouTuber I talked to from there, I hope they're okay. You know, that sort of thing. Um, it's a little side benefit, I guess to that. But uh, how do you, how did you feel when you started getting people coming back that that you realized were coming back for you and what you were doing?
Coming back to me and what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know. It feels surreal. It's like to me, it's just like seeing an old friend I haven't seen in a while.
yeah,
Because when I stream or when I do my content, I'm a very casual person. In
right.
fact, I like to I like to mingle around, just meet with as many people as I can. So seeing some familiar names I haven't seen around in a while, sometimes it just brings a little tear in my eye. I'm like, oh wow, hey, you're still around. I hope they're doing fine.
Yeah, it is kind of it. I when I was in radio, when I to people, yeah, we tuned into you a lot. And I'm like, well, really? I mean, it's like me on purpose. It's kind of fulfilling and in a way, and almost justifying when people start coming around like that. Don't you think?
Yeah, it does.
And get you
I
that
mean,
little
it is a weird feeling. I just cannot replicate it elsewhere,
yeah.
especially with my job.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you get a chance to get away, and you get a chance to kind of present yourself to the way you want to be presented, which is the getting that avatar, getting that model. How did you come up with this model?
It's a very good question. I love um outfits or like wares from the Victorian era. So that was really most of the inspiration behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And the burgundy red color is just I just simply love the color red. Simple as that.
Yeah,
I want just a fancy looking hat and a walking stick.
yeah, it is really nice, and your logo is really great.
Thank you. The
Yeah.
logo was done by a friend. I wanted to pay him for it. They're like, no, it's fine. You can just take it as is. I'm like, really?
Wow. Well, but do they
Yeah.
do logos for other people?
No.
Mm, that's too
I think
bad.
they're very selective because it's like they do graphic design for their work.
Hmm.
So I don't want to really. really pressure them into like doing more stuff than they're already doing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you want to throw them a kudos, you could do it right here, because they did a great job with it.
It is.
Yeah.
I did tell them that I got like the inspiration for my logo. I got a little bit of it from the chocolate factory in like the Universal Studios.
Yeah.
Like one of their parks, they have this chocolate factory restaurant, and that's kind of like the idea behind this.
Yeah.
It's very steampunk.
Yeah, it is. And that's a great way to describe it too. But I could definitely see it being in a picture, a black and white picture from the early 1900s, on the side of a building or something like that. It's just that well done, and having that kind of timeless quality adds to your time traveler thing.
It is. I mean, that's kind of why, like, I think when we came up with this logo, I just want to make sure, all right, just like add a couple of gears just to make it remind people of like the early industrial era, but most importantly, like that spacing in between the letters, like that background, I want it to be more faded so that it just really looks like old paper, but not too old.
Yeah. It's the old paper that you went back in time and got and brought back.
Exactly. It's not that old because I'm carrying it with me still.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So when you're on, what type of games are you playing?
The right answer is yes, because I just love playing games in general, and I play pretty much almost anything. If it's competitive, I play Apex Legends, League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics. If it's something casual, I play. What do I play? Actually, it's hard to find something to play casual because I play a lot of like strategy games, games like Europa Universalis, Civilization.
Yeah.
Let's see. I do play like escape room, like simulators or like puzzle games from time to time with friends.
Yeah.
Or even on my phone, I would just play the gacha games.
Yeah.
Like what a lot of people do.
Yep, a lot of people got that wallet out.
Depends on what I want to do.
And some people have to take a second job because of those things.
I know, it's crazy. Like, that's why I avoid like a lot of those gacha games that make you feel like it's taking a second job, because really, am I there to work on things or am I just there to enjoy?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I have a couple of games on the phone that I want to keep going on, but it's not like I'm throwing $20 a week on it. It's like $1 a month to do something.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna put that. My late mother, she would play bingo online, and I had a look at her finances later. It's like every couple of days there was another charge. You get more bingo cards, by golly. So it was catching everybody in that net, no matter what age. Not even kids stealing their parents' credit cards. It was all over the place. But the strategy games that you're talking about, were any of these related to board strategy games, or were they ones that are computer only?
So what's funny is that when I mentioned games like Europa Universalis, some of these games were originally board games. They were like really old board. I think like back in the 90s, but those games are considered Euro games, meaning like you sit down there, you have to sit down there for at least 4 to 6 hours to play through the whole thing. And they have like to play the game, they have like a very thick rule book behind it, because there's just so many mechanics and like different ways of explaining what's going to happen if this or that happens.
Yeah.
But even like I play board games as is already. Like I play a bunch of tabletop RPGs, like the Euro games I've mentioned. In fact, there's this one tabletop I'm playing through with friends called Medara. It's a JRPG inspired like tabletop with like a parallel world setting behind it. We've been playing it for 1.5 years, but we've only cleared chapter 2. And this is Act 1. Like the entire like story for Act 1 is about 500 pages.
Oh.
We've only been through the first 150.
Whoa, over 2 years.
1.5 year.
Even so, I mean that's 100 a year you're going through. That's a game that's all encompassing. And there were games when I was early, in the 80s that were called bookshelf games that were put out by Avalon Hill for the most part. And
Hey, that sounds familiar.
yeah, they put out sports games, but they also put out some strategy games. And these things were absolutely ornate. A friend of mine got one once, and there were so many pieces. The map was huge. We had to spread it out on the floor, and then by the time we started getting the pieces in, it was time for me to leave.
Did it take like 2 hours to set it up?
Oh, it did, and you had to set the armies in a certain place. It was an army strategy game, but it was so detailed and immense that by the time we almost got it set up, it was time for me. It was like late at night. I had to leave. We never did get started on that game, but that would be a perfect one to have as a strategy computer game because you wouldn't have to read all that stuff.
It did, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we don't see a lot of those over there. Most of them are like World War II strategy games.
Yeah, they are because if I'm wrong, oh wait, weren't Avalon Hills? Weren't they the ones who made the like the war simulator type of games?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, these are
like 7076 and like 1914.
I think so. Yeah, and they had a lot of like blitzkrieg type games and tank moving.
Yeah.
And they had the real names of the generals of them. And it was really. I love the idea of it. It's just setting it up. You didn't have time to play it afterwards.
Yeah. Like I think that's what I think some of the games that I really enjoy stuff like terraforming Mars.
Mm-hmm.
It took about like at least. I mean, it doesn't take like 2 hours anymore, but it took us about like at least 45 minutes to set it up because like you have like 2 decks of probably like 200 cards each to put in place. Then you got to get the player boards ready. You need to get all the resources in place so that people could get them. And yeah, it's just a whole lot of setup. But I feel like setting up the board games itself is just it's just fun.
Yeah, but
in a different kind of way.
But when you get to the point where you can't even play the game.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What you can say?
Yeah, I think if you're looking for something like similar to like the battle simulator type, you could probably try things like Total War or Hearts of Iron.
Yeah,
that one Hearts of Iron in particular is about World War II, and like you could pretty much like play like any nation in World War II. Which is pretty fascinating stuff. Like, you want to play as Hungary? Go for it. You want to play as the United States? Yeah, they're there.
Yeah.
Or even places as random as Ethiopia.
Oh yeah, they were in on it.
You could, yeah, they were in on it.
Yeah, it was such a game that I really wanted to play, but and not only that, but you can't leave the board out.
Yeah,
because there's so little pieces, and some of them are just paper pieces. And if there's a dog or a cat, there's no possible way it's going to stay.
Right? Yeah, because I was at my friend's house when we were playing a couple of these games, and he had three cats and 2 dogs, and the cats would just love to jump on the table and mess things up.
Oh yeah. They just land in the middle, and then you yell at them, and it makes it worse. Psh, all over the place.
Yeah, you yell them, they're just gonna look at you, and they're just saying, it's like they're saying, "What are you gonna do about it?"
Yeah, I'm already here now. What's your plan? Yeah, it could get really messy. I mean, they did a couple of sports games that were a lot easier. They didn't have the moving the parts like that, but the games that you mentioned to me are those the running around and shooting games, or are they mostly the strategy type?
If it's Hearts of Iron and it's mostly the strategy type. You're mostly top down,
Yeah.
like telling which unit to go where.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And you
I would
do
like
deal
that.
with like a little more on the political aspect of, whereas Total War, you do a little bit of that, but you could do the battle simulation itself. Like you could go into the battlefield and order which unit to attack which one at a precise moment.
Yeah, yeah, I would have to do that because my Twitch muscles aren't nearly as good as they were 20 years ago. And you have to really be able to see what you're doing in the fighting games these days. Um, I put example of these games like Marvel Rivals. I can't even see what's going on. Um, there's some that do. There's some that can play it well. I would just kind of shoot randomly and die. That would be my strategy. I couldn't tell you what was going on. So which game would you enjoy playing the most at this point?
Sorry?
What game do you enjoy playing the most right now?
Right now, I'm currently enjoying this game called Hololive Dreams. It's a game. It's a rhythm game that's released by Hololive recently,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of just a rhythm game, there's a bunch of other stuff you could do, like a bunch of other mini games. And in fact, one of my favorite is this one mini game. It's kind of like a mixture of poker and mahjong.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have 4 players on a table, and you can just kind of have to like match 3 in a row, whether it's the same colors or same characters.
Yeah, that's odd. I don't know if I could.
Yeah, it's
I'm not sure I could figure out that one. It
yeah. Again, they just made their own. They just made up their own game, and for some reason, everyone's just really getting into it.
yeah. I you are really big into Hololive, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So what do you think of the newest English groups they brought in, the four? Um, I'm not sure they could have picked a better foursome to do it.
you're talking about Advent, right?
Yeah,
Technically 5.
yeah. I'm talking about the Justice.
Oh, Justice. Yes, that's right. Oh, Justice. They're great. They're amazing.
Yeah,
I love Justice. They're a great addition.
yeah. There's really something. I just don't think they could have gotten four better people to play that.
Yeah, I think what makes Justice different from the other 2 generations is Justice. You have more people that's outside of like North America, because I know the previous 2 or 3 they were mostly from NA.
Mhm.
So like from Justice, we have Elizabeth. She's from the UK, if I'm not wrong.
Right.
Cecilia's from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Raura's from Italy, and I think Gigi's the only North American over there. I say North American because vaguely like from the US or Canada.
Right. Yeah, I think she might be Canadian. I'm not positive.
Unless they start talking about poutine, then you can tell they're Canadian.
That's right. Tim Hortons, little Tim Hortons that gets thrown in there.
Tim Hortons,
Yes.
poutine.
They talk about hockey and know what it means, and it's Canada. Yes. They know the icing rule. They are definitely Canadian. Yeah.
They warn you about the geese.
Yes. We've seen a rise of Canadian VTubers as well recently.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Canadian VTubers on the rise, and that's nice to see.
Yeah, it's to me it's amazing where VTubing is picked up. There's a lot of Australians now in on it. There's a whole lot from the Philippines, Indonesia, in Europe. It's in the continent of Europe. It's kind of sprinkled around a little bit, but there's one you could probably find a few of them in every country at this point.
Yeah, but I think that's just really Europe as a whole.
Yeah, well, definitely in UK, there's a lot of them, but like I've been lucky enough to garner a lot of different countries at this point. The only problem I have is the time zones.
Yeah, time zones are a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Well, you should be able to do something about it, time traveler person. Go fix them.
Oh yeah, unfortunately, that's. I could change time to time what it is, but how the sun works, that's a different thing entirely. That's not my job. That's out of my pay grade.
You need a bigger watch. It gets interesting when I'm trying to schedule. I'm lucky enough to where my schedule sets up pretty good for Asia and then pretty good for Europe around my work schedule. Um, if I was doing a regular 9 to 5, it would actually be a lot tougher to
It
do.
would. I
Yeah,
agree.
and waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning and then staying up until 4 o'clock in the morning the next day to do it again.
Yeah. I mean, I work a 8 to 5, so I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I work mostly in Jakarta,
Mm-hmm.
and over there the traffic is so bad. You gotta prepare yourself for the journey ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
So it took me I think at least an hour and a half to get to work. So let's say I gotta arrive by 8.
Yeah.
So just to be there on time, I need to be ready to leave house at 6 o'clock.
Oh.
Because traffic there is just unpredictable and is one of the worst in the world.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, as far as I've seen is like cameras that are set up in the cities to tell, and I'm like, how did you keep from flooring it and just driving it through a bunch of people?
They're just efficient at it. Like that is a weird thing because it's like drivers there, they pretty much have their own set of rules
Mm-hmm.
and they stick to it. So it's kind of like efficient, aggressive driving.
Yeah,
Because you know what because I'm pretty sure like a lot of people know what defensive driving is.
right.
To just give way and such. Now this is the opposite in Indonesia. They do aggressive driving. They will swerve in. They will cut in
Yeah.
because traffic is very badly managed. There's almost no traffic lights, and a lot of the roads are just mostly a straight line for probably about a mile or a half a mile.
Oh.
So you just cannot make a U-turn or just turn around unless it's like at the end of the street.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to miss your turn. Is what you're saying. And when
Yeah.
Well, we have a few places that have a few of the larger cities have what they call loops, which go around in a big circle, and it seems to help in ways. But if you're not from there and you miss your turn, you have to go all the way around the city to come back again.
Yeah.
That's a giant pain. I circled Louisville twice one day with a bunch of people in the car I didn't know for a convention. When we missed it the second time, first time was kind of funny. The second time we didn't talk about it again until we got there. Hey, I want to talk about this the singing that you've been doing too. When did you pick up singing, and is it something you've always wanted to do?
Singing has always been what I wanted to do. Well, it took me a while to actually become confident at actually releasing something out. So, if you look at my channel, the very first cover I did was 2 years ago, and it was with a very good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was partially because out of it, like I kind of lost it at something with my friend, and they just just do a cover with me. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And like slowly, I gained the confidence in doing that. In fact, the 4 covers shown in my channel, they're with like 3 of them were with other people, but that's mostly because I'm just really afraid of doing it on my own.
Yeah, but you finally did do it on your own. That's the one I've got here.
Yeah.
So going in to do the first vocal track for it, how nervous were you?
As nervous as I could always be. I don't think there's any moment where I was not nervous. I was just lucky that I was able to Well, that's the beauty with making covers is you could just record as many times as you want.
Yep.
But sometimes I just spend like at least 45 minutes recording just one verse because I want to get it as right as I could, but I think just no matter how many times I try it, I just not be satisfied with it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the artist's way, isn't it? I mean, you're
It
never quite
is.
done with it. You always can tweak
Yeah.
it a little bit. But
And I think I have a couple on the way. Like
good.
one group. There's another group cover that's still in the planning. I've finished recording one solo, and now I'm working on the next one.
Yeah.
So I think there's a bunch of like other singing content that's on the way.
Cool. Now, tell me, what is goes into your making a choice to make a cover? What? Yeah.
Honestly, the biggest two factors is procrastination and self doubt.
That's
For
just
me, like
that's every
my
day.
personal confidence, yeah. But really, like I really doubt myself a lot, especially when it comes to singing.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Because I do not come from a creative background. I come from like a family of engineers and doctors.
yeah.
So this is just really out of my ballpark completely.
Well, maybe it started out of your ballpark, but I think people are going to hear that you're in the ballpark now with this.
Hope so.
Now, what about this particular song, "Daddy, Daddy Do"? What's this from?
So this is originally from the anime Love Is War.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I really like the song for its like jazzy rock vibes. And with the legendary what was his name again?
the legendary.
I forgot
What's his
the guy's
name?
Masayuki Suzuki. Like
Yes.
I know he's a very known like jazz singer, like one of the greatest Japanese jazz singers.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a nice surprise to see him just make a like, you know, the opening for an anime song.
Yeah.
Not one, but two.
Yeah. Two. So he's got a couple of them out there, huh? With that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
For anime.
Japanese
But like, on his own, he is so good.
Japanese jazz is underrated.
It is.
Yeah, and there was, I don't think there's a country that appreciated jazz more in the '60s than Japan.
What many people don't talk about as well is the Indonesian like what was it the jazz and like pop scene in like between the 70s and the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild. Like a lot of people have not heard like Indonesian jazz,
Right?
and they are so good at it. Like it flew under everyone's radar. Like if anyone's interested in it, they should really look into it because again, it's probably because it's in a different language, also a different culture entirely. Because the Indonesian culture is mostly influenced by the Dutch, so you do not hear like a lot of like English related stuff from their end.
Yeah. People are like, wait a minute, in Indonesia and the Netherlands are on two different sides of the world. Look at your history, folks. you'll realize how this works.
Yeah.
It's like some folks in the Philippines have Spanish surnames. Look at your history. You'll figure it out. So
that's one thing a lot of people miss out on. Like history is such a fascinating topic. I love history.
Yeah. I love looking it up. I love checking up on exactly how things happen. And people don't know that like Prussia had a colony in the Americas for about 3 years.
Yeah.
Like
they had Alaska, right?
Prussia had a little place in Mid America, Latin America, and
the Prussia, yeah,
and it didn't last very long. Russia had Alaska and then sold it to us, and now they want it back.
I know Scotland had a colony at one point as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they went bankrupt over it.
Yeah, yep. They're like, we don't have the money. Everybody come home.
The colony, unlike most, the Scottish colony was privately funded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think they folded, and if I'm not wrong, based on that, they to bail themselves out, they became more closer towards the United Kingdom as a whole, towards the Great Britain.
Yep.
So that's really how Scotland became more integral part of it.
Yeah.
Or even like I know the Danish had a couple of islands in the Caribbean. So there was that.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, there was a Polish colony in Africa, if I remember correctly.
I think there was for a while.
Yeah.
When they split up Africa, the European nations did. I see them try to get away with that now. No, not happening. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and play that song, Daddy, Daddy Do, that you recorded a little while ago. And we'll talk about it a little bit when we come back here on Eric Loy Interviews.
Daddy, Daddy Do 欲しいなさあなたのすべてが愛に抱かれギラギラ燃えてしまいたい可愛げなキスでワンツースリーに線そらしてずるいよねお照り出す僕の気持ち追って遊ぶみたいで追いかけちゃダメなのは分かってるでも無理さ一度踏み出せば戻れなくて仮面は脱ぎ捨てていけないことまで遊びが目地になる Daddy Daddy Do 欲しいなさあなたのすべてが騙されたらそれでもいいもっと震わせて見せてくれ僕だけに笑顔の裏まで愛に抱かれギラギラ燃えてしまいたい躊躇などしない No 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 二度とは言えない人だから後悔にくれるのなら恋の火に焼けれたいわざとでしょう流し目が愛しさを刺激するそっと振り返る美しさに心は掴まれて呼吸が止まって遊びがマジになるDaddy Daddy Do ぶつけたい思いのすべてを綺麗なものだけじゃなくて危険な願いも止めないでその声が僕を連れて行く愛に抱かれギラギラ燃えてしまいたいあなただけという唇が優しく微笑むたび飲み込まれて誘われて未知の世界触れてDaddy Daddy Do 最後まであなたに委ねて来れるならそれでもいいもっと狂わせて見せてくれ僕だけに心の奥まで愛に抱かれキラキラ燃えたい命張ってる夜明けまで
Well, there you heard the song "Daddy Daddy Do," and as recorded by our guest tonight. And I got to tell you, um, I think it's that particular song was a perfect setup for you to do on as a first solo. It's right in your wheelhouse, right in your range, and it's done very well.
Yeah, I think I went through a couple of songs to look through what's a good one for me that's right around my range that I could probably mess around with, and I found Daddy Daddy Do. I've been saying like casually this in karaoke for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll just do a cover. I'll just play it. I'll just do it.
Yeah, yeah. Sooner or later, you got to kick yourself in the butt and do it.
Yep.
Yeah. But now that you've heard it, now that you've got through it and you've got it recorded, and it's a couple months down the line, how do you feel about that recording?
Honestly, I'm very, very glad that I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was.
Again, I miss doing covers, and I love doing like song covers.
Yeah. Have you done any karaoke streams?
No, actually. Again, I get very shy when it comes to my voice when it comes to singing. So
Yeah.
very rarely you would hear me karaoke. I mean, I could, but like I will probably in high.
Yeah. I have rarely done. Never did any of it until I got married. and
No.
And my wife is a great singer, so I couldn't let her, just go up there by herself and stun the world. I had to bring them back down to earth. Here you have somebody singing Patsy Cline beautifully, and here I come up and sing Tom T. Hall like a cat caught in a engine or something. It was pretty bad. So now that you've got a little more confidence behind you, and you want to do more singing, could that karaoke come up in the future?
Possibly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did I could I'm starting to look into a little more karaoke streams now and time again.
Yeah. With the people that you've been singing with on occasion, is it easy to get them involved in what you're doing?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, they're my close friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, shout out to Delisi and Historia. Like, they've been with me for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And did you know them before you started VTubing, or are they folks that you picked
I
up
actually
along the
got
way?
to know them through VTubing.
Yeah.
Like, I think everyone that I've interacted with the exception of 2,
Yeah.
I've met them all through VTubing.
It really did expand your world then.
It did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In fact, I know we were talking about the Dead, but in a slightly older one, there's this one cover called Alice in Musicland.
Uh-huh.
Now that I'm personally very proud of that work because I had to storyboard the entire music video because it was a 12-minute song and it was basically a take on like the Alice in Wonderland as is. So you have like the whole thing, Alice finding out the rabbit, going down the rabbit hole, finding the Cheshire cat and the caterpillar.
Yeah.
And all that.
And off with her head and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like in a mini musical on its own. So I had to figure out how should I present the music video as is? Like, how do I work with the animator and the editor and just really play it out the way I envisioned it. And for the first time, I did a storyboard.
How do you do a storyboard? I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, I was like, what do I do? So I mean, personally, I went to Microsoft PowerPoint and then figured it out from there. Just do frame by frame. How would it be different? Like in Alice in music led, it's already separated out based on like the different arcs.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll just do it by arc is which, and then I'll have like a generic background set up first before I put on like the actual background I commission, and then figure it out from there.
So you became a multimedia person right away.
Without realizing it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's what you need to be when you're a VTuber, is knowing really to become a multimedia person. Because if you think about it, when you're streaming, you got to know how to set up your mic. You got to know how to set up the stream itself,
Right.
or even just mess around with like a stream deck and like many other different things. In fact, like editing,
yeah,
or like that, like making graphics. If say you want to do scheduling, you can make that, but you also got to know how to do it. Like a lot of these, how to say, information, it's not common knowledge for many people, and it's just something that I think a lot of VTubers should be proud of with like what they're learning, because it's not. I don't think many people are willing to learn or really just pick up like these many different skills on how to like edit or just make a video or even a sound cover or mess around with your audio settings, or even just going live itself.
Oh yeah.
Not many people will do that.
Yeah, and everything.
So that's something a lot of people should be proud of.
Yeah, everything you do to this adds your ability to do things. I mean, if you learn how to mix, then you can do a lot of your own solo stuff. If you learn how to edit video, then you can do your own music videos and that type. So do a lot more things for like a YouTube or something. It really does make, and sometimes it may take a while to learn it, but afterwards, good gravy, you'll know exactly what you're doing all the time, and that puts you one up on just about everybody as far as that goes. So, is there anything that you want to learn now that you haven't figured out yet?
Many things, many things. Like one thing I'd like to really learn is to like how to rig a model. I just haven't had time to really do anything with that yet, because my job is like very mentally exhausting. Because I go around, I'm more or less what many people would consider as a general manager of sorts, because I go around a lot of meetings, whether it's between internal meetings or like I have to like go inspect around in the workshop, or even just go for like business meetings outside of not outside of the office, like a sales meeting, just meeting with a new client, try and convince them to bring us into their project, so on and so forth. So like a lot of the time, my time period is just filled with meetings, or like just trying to figure out how to talk to people.
Yeah. So
I think by the end of the workday, I just want to relax. I just want to game.
Oh yeah. At the end of all this, you still want to be able to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And are you still pretty much enjoying yourself with the streams?
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah. Is there something that you would like to do streaming wise you haven't been able to do yet?
As of late, because of how intensive my work is, I want to do like marathon streams again. I want to be able to just sit there and play games for 12 hours, or even with people for like 16 hours. Because I think the very last year before I left, on my birthday, I decided just to do a quick call-in stream.
Yeah.
And I think I gave everyone like each guest about like 15 minutes. And the next thing I know, like my schedule was for that stream just filled up for at least the next 14 hours. So I just spent there talking to like so many different people for 14 hours.
Yeah.
Like some, I know I said it for 15 minutes, but some people they if they want to stick around for like half an hour based on scheduling with the next guest,
Yeah.
I'll just yeah, sure, we'll just sit there and yap away.
Yeah.
Because I've known so many people throughout these years. Like it's hard for me to find time to sit down and like talk to everyone again.
Right. Yeah. And once you're able to kind of break down that immediate, there's always immediate wall when you talk to somebody, because they don't know you, you don't know them. But if you can break that wall down as quick as possible, disarm them, then everything's open. It makes it so much more comfortable and so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just really flows at that point. And sometimes it's hard to stop. When I first started these interviews, it was supposed to be 20 minutes long. And now we're almost an hour.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? We're humans. I think we just like to talk to people. Yeah. It's just a matter of, how comfortable can we get with each other, or how, whether we have our guard up or get to know and get along each other better.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, something I most definitely have learned through VTubing by like the number of people I meet. Like, I'm glad like we have something in common. Like, VTubing, yeah, that's one thing in common. We, just slowly talk and open up about. And yeah, this is pretty much how I learned how to network, which I could easily translate it to work.
Yeah. So it really has helped you in real life.
It has.
Yeah. I mean, were you somebody who was more of a someone like a wallflower? Did you not start conversations? Did you wait for somebody else to do things, or were you more gregarious?
Well, I want to say I'm a mix of both. But I feel like, just like everyone else, COVID has changed things for me. I used to be able to just openly and freely talk to people, go up to them and just start conversations. But nowadays, I'm more of like, I'm just going to sit back a little bit, observe it a little more, and then slowly start a topic to open up with them. Yeah. In fact, I think if not for VTubing, I would not be know how to start a conversation again. Because if I just keep myself isolated and just never open up or talk to anyone online, or even just talk to many different people online, there's no way I would know how to talk to people. Yeah. As weird as it sounds.
Well, people are still bouncing back from that, and it's been 6 years since it really got started, and
it really does not feel like 6 years.
No, it doesn't, considering that people are still getting it sometimes today. But but the emergency things we needed to do then, or had to do then, were so against social norms that a lot of people just haven't recovered from it. And some people have, but if you can get out on something like this where you can be sociable without having to worry about somebody looking at you, it can kind of nudge you into the right direction again. It's so much a chance for people to present themselves the way they want to be presented. And maybe sometimes people want to present themselves as a time traveler.
Yep.
You got to be happy with this model design. I mean, it's really neat.
I am, and I actually do have one. I'm actually thinking of updating my design, going into a third one. It's still a work in progress because the artists I chose, they've been very busy with their own stuff.
Yeah, the good ones usually are.
Yeah, in fact, I could share with you what's being worked on at the moment.
Ooh.
Just a little sneak peek for you.
Yeah. I'm not putting it on.
It's not for anyone's eyes yet.
Yeah, I'm not putting it on for anybody, so they can't see it. Let me see here. Let's see if I can get up there. Okay, let's see what you got. Where are you sending it?
Discord.
Okay. We'll get a look
in the
at
direct
it
messages.
Okay. There it is. Oh, nice. Yeah. You know what? It kind of adds a little bit to it. It almost has a little bit of southern U.S. Um, uh, kernel type stuff to it.
Yeah.
The
I
steamboat
could see that.
the steamboat kernel type thing. Those really, I really like it. The shoes are a good touch too.
They are.
Yeah. So, folks, when do you have any general start time for when that's going to happen?
For this, well, we're still working on like the design. So once that's done, I'm gonna see when I could secure funds for like getting the model and then the rigging. So I want to say the earliest is like around this time next year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, folks, when that happens, you're going to like it. It's a really great update to an already great model.
Oh, that just reminds me. Today's August 1st. So actually, in a few days is my 5th anniversary.
Whoa, no. Have you got something big planned for it?
Nope.
Considering you didn't even remember it until now.
Yeah, I think starting from last year, I kind of stopped doing like celebrations for my anniversaries, mostly out of time.
Yeah. It's like, oh, well, that's my anniversary. Okay, next.
Well, I mean, technically, I do have something planned about a pure coincidence that I could just dub it as an anniversary stream. Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have all of the links that we've got for you up on the description for this video, and there are a few you want to check out and see what Rei's got going on. Just an absolute pleasure talking with you, and again, another one of these wonderful, talented people that put me in the corner crying because I have no talent whatsoever. But I do.
Oh no, you've been amazing, Eric. Thank you so much for this interview.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun hearing people that enjoy themselves so much and realize that they have a lot to offer people and want to keep doing it. And that's what you're doing in ACES. And I wish you all the best and hope we can talk to you again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish you for the best. And, I hope you still have a great time, interviewing all sorts of VTubers.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.